Buenas, hemos llegado por fin a Valencia. Ahora son las 9:15 de la mañana. Tengo una historia bastante enojada, cómica a contar a ustedes sobre cómo llego aquí, pero voy a hacerlo un poco más tarde. Ahora no sé qué voy a hacer porque para el check-in de mi hotel será a las 13, pienso, de la tarde. Entonces tengo 6 horas antes de hacer algo. Aquí en España, en Valencia, se habla con otra lengua ahora, ¿vale? Al arriba hay español, castellano. Al centro hay la lengua de Valencia y aquí en inglés. Voy a buscar por internet qué es la lengua que se habla aquí, pero normalmente las personas de Valencia hablan castellano. Aquí el tren, Vigo. Quizás voy a pasar un poco de tiempo en la estación o tenemos que pasar por la seguridad de nuevo. Es como un aeropuerto de utilizar los trenes aquí, solo sin inmigración. Vale. No pasamos por la seguridad, solo para las salidas. Pasamos sin problema. Hay las sillas ahí, voy a sentarme y decidir lo que quiero hacer. Vale.
En esta estación operen varias empresas ferroviarias. Por favor, seguid las indicacions del sistema de información de l'accés al seu tren. En esta estación operen varias empresas ferroviarias. Por favor, sigan las indicaciones del sistema de información para acceder a su tren.
Several railway companies operate this station. Please follow the indications on the information systems to access your tren.
I wanted to speak, but then the announcer started. Anyway, so
Ay, Dios
I'm
mío.
sat in the station right now, as you can see. So I've just had a little bit of breakfast. I bought a bit of food before going to bed yesterday night. So my roommate Zed has gone. He is off to Barcelona. He left this morning. He left a little bit earlier than I did, and then about half an hour later I left. We checked out of our very dingy hostel. I didn't take a photo of it. I really should have. I thought I would take the subway because it doesn't take very long and it's cheap, and I also have a metro card that I could use that someone gave to me. But then I thought, you know what, forget it. It's better to take a taxi because I'm taking the train for the first time. This is my first time taking a national train here in Spain by myself, not with a group, not with anybody else. So I called one of those ride-share Ubers because they're a lot cheaper. There wasn't one available, so I thought, okay, I'll catch a regular Uber. It's only a few extra euros. He took a while to arrive, and then he finally did arrive. I put in the destination as Chamartín. When I got into this car, he said, Estación de Chamartín, sí? So the Chamartín station, yes? And I said, yeah, that's it. I didn't put in the correct destination. I accidentally put in the location, the neighborhood of Charmati, not the station itself. So then once he reached the destination, he turned around and told me in a mixture of Spanish and English that I had to put in a new stop, and I thought, oh god. So I put in a new stop, and it said llegadas de Charmatin, Estación de Charmatin. That's the arrivals. I thought, that's fine, it'll take me there. It added an extra €7 onto the price of the Uber, which is fine. So he took me there, and then he didn't even know exactly where to take me either. He asked like 2 or 3 people before finally a fellow taxi driver told him, oh yeah, it's over there. The entire taxi cost me about €29 for a journey that should have been maybe 20 minutes, and that should have probably cost me only 15 or 16. Yeah, that's right. So eventually I made it. Now the thing is, over here in Spain, boarding a national train to go between cities is almost like going through an airport. You have to go through security, and you also have to scan in your ticket multiple times, a bit like you're flying with Ryanair. And they usually close the doors at least 5 minutes before departure. Once we actually got to the station, it was like 7 o'clock, and I said to him, my train is at 7:15. Somehow I managed to make it. Luckily, it's not my first time traveling on a train in general, so I was able to find which platform to go to relatively easily. I had to go through security, there was no issues. I had my ticket already on my phone. I paid an extra €6 because I have quite a large bag. This one right here. Because I thought they would cause me an issue. Turns out no one even checked. And I was like, seriously? To be fair, Zed even said that yesterday, that no one checked his bags. But then again, his bags were a lot smaller, mine's quite large. I guess it's just like I say. Abraza el caos, acoger la tontería. Yeah, so that's how I ended up here in Valencia. This is probably a really bad camera angle, but I don't care. All you can see is my nose. I just had a little bit of breakfast, so I'm going to walk around, and check-in is not until 3 p.m, so in about 5 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah. I think I'm going to get a bus to take me to... Ay, Dios mío. I think I'm going to take a taxi, or I might take the bus. Anyway, we'll see. Goodness me, how confusing. So I got out of the station, and I was sat kind of over there. Gracias, señor. And I was trying to find where it is. First of all, Google Maps was taking me on a long route to actually find it. Google Maps is not very good here in Spain, funnily enough. It's not the most accurate. First I go down that way. Sorry, that way. Then I come down this street. Now I'm thinking it's this place, click rent. It turns out there's a parking lot over there. I'm not even pointing at the right thing. Turns out it's actually in there. I walk in and I'm confused. There's no obvious signage. And then some guy walking out kind of gestured and said, bounce luggage storage, sí, por ahí. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's actually inside the parking lot. So I booked it until about between 2:30 and 3. So I put my big bag in there because I didn't want to carry that around. Now, I think I'm going to walk around. There's not really anything in particular that I want to do. I think the town centre is in that direction, so I'm going to just go there and see what. Goodness, what a crazy day already. This is what happens when you travel by yourself, even though I've done that so many times. What a mess. Right, so there's street signs over here. City centre, that way. And I need to change the battery on this, so I'm going to walk, wander around, and then I have to come back here and then catch the bus to take me to where my hotel is. So that's going to be fun because I'll have to walk all the way back here, so I need to make sure I do that by about 2 o'clock. So I've got just about 4 hours, so it should be enough time to walk around a little bit, and then I think I'm going to go back to the hotel and chill, maybe walk on the beach if I can, if there's enough time. So here we are in Valencia at the moment. Let's see where this day leads me today. Hoy día es domingo, entonces día de descanso. Pues no hay muchas personas en las calles, quizás todos están en la casa, adentro. Por ahí es la Plaza de España. Pienso que todas las ciudades de España tienen una Plaza de España. Y ahora no sé a dónde yo voy, a dónde estoy caminando. Quizás voy a buscar por teléfono. Un momento. Ok. ¿Cuánto estoy? Muy bien. Ok, vale, ¿dónde estoy? Puedo continuar aquí y después de lo que es, lo que no es aquí. Vale. Parece un poco como cualquier ciudad pequeña en España, muy con los edificios bastante antiguos. Sí, las calles no son llenas de personas porque, como ya lo he dicho, que es un domingo hoy día, mañana. Entonces aquí en Europa todos están cerrados. Bueno, principalmente todos son cerrados. Yo fui a la oficina de turismo en la estación y adivina qué, cerrado, domingos. Ya, qué sorpresa. Wow, aquí estamos en la plaza. Aquí, vamos a ver, plaza de ayuntamiento. Oh, no puedo verlo. Y no puedo verlo aquí porque las páginas cubren. Okay, that's fine. So this ayuntamiento, so plaza is spelled a bit differently. Se escribe un poco diferente en Valencia. Valencia, la lengua de valencianos. Pero aquí pienso que principalmente se habla español, castellano aquí. Ayuntamiento, en español ayuntamiento, is like the city hall. No sé qué es el city hall. Oh, detrás de mí, ahí. Oh. con las banderas del así. Al derecho, Unión Europea. Al centro, España. Y al otro lado, de aquí, de Valencia, de esta región. So, big square over here. It's quite a nice square actually. De hecho, mañana pienso y espero que sea buen tiempo, que hace bien. Que hace buen tiempo. I hope the weather's good tomorrow. Because I want to go to the beach. Y quizás martes, quizás voy a venir aquí un poco temprano para explorar un poco antes de tomar el tren para volver a Madrid para tomar mi vuelo. Voy a regresar a Inglaterra, qué triste. Vale, ahora. Pienso que cuando hace muy bien tiempo aquí en Valencia, esta plaza sería llena de personas, llena de gente. Y puedo ver porque es una plaza bastante bonita. Yo también, si yo sea un valenciano, yo sería aquí cada oportunidad que puedo de pasar un rato aquí. Hay aquí los inmuebles, los edificios antiguos que están muy bonitos. ¿Y por qué no? Yo también me gusta esos lugares donde puedo solo pasar el tiempo, people watching, mirando a las personas. Vale. Pienso que la ciudad antigua, the old town, está por allí, pero quiero ver the road signs over there, ver dónde puedo ir. Ahí, pisa. I really hope the weather's nice and hot tomorrow. It will be my first beach day in years. And if it's cold, I will sit in my hotel room and cry all day and all night. Okay, so there's the Mercat Central, there's the Plaza de la Reina, there's the Plaza de la Mare de Dios, and then there is Ciudad de las Altas Ciencias, Universidad Mercat de Colón. Interesting. I'm just going to walk in that direction and see what there is. It's raining very slightly, as you can see, it's very rough parade, so. Suena porque ahora son las 11 de la tarde. Why do I keep saying de la tarde? That's afternoon. De la mañana. Es porque no soy un hombre de mañana. ¿Existe ese en español? Morning person. Ahora normalmente estoy todavía en la cama. Pero ahora estoy en Valencia. Fantastico. I'm just thinking, maybe I should have... Do you think I could extend my bag storage, luggage storage? Because I don't have to get to the hotel for 3 p.m. Like, I could actually get there for like 4 p.m. or even 5 p.m. It's not like I have to go there now. So that way I can walk around a little bit more. If I can change my booking. Anyway, apparently it's 17 degrees. It doesn't feel like 17 degrees. It feels more like 10. It's not cold. It's not super cold. It's a little windy and there is a tiny bits of rain falling on it. So I don't know if I would call this t-shirt weather, but it's certainly not freezing cold. And I think we are here at, well, one of the markets. What square is this? Huh. You can put luggage over here as well. Luggage storage. I wonder how much the luggage storage is over here. Let's see, do they have a price for this? Oh, they have bike. Oh, right. I think it's when you... Oh, okay, so it's not strictly for luggage. It's for if you rent a bike and then you want to leave your luggage here, you can. Now let's look around the market a little bit because... Is this Plaza del Mercado? That's what this is, Plaza del Mercado. There's a sign over there that says it. Right, let's have a look around and see what you can find over here. Boxing shark. Ooh, there's more. Okay, this is a Rastafarian keychain. And this is a, I don't know what this is. Is that supposed to be a chainsaw that he's holding? Or scissors? I have no idea. Oh look, there's a cat. How funny. No way. A little rock and roll one. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. That's actually pretty cool. I kind of want it, but I also want something that's a little bit more authentic Spanish rather than something that's probably been mass produced, but hey ho. More of the similar stuff. I wonder if they're selling the same kind of things over here. Similar. Magnets. Valencia. He's being loud. This is the Mercat Central, which I'm guessing is closed today. It hopefully will be open on Tuesday or Monday whenever I decide to come back here. And you're not allowed to sit on the steps, which seems annoying. Horchata, and I don't know what horchata is. I'll probably need to Google what that is, but horchata apparently is a Valencia speciality. Yeah, it is starting to rain, but that's okay. And there's a jewellery seller over here. There's a few different sellers. Again, I'm wandering around. can't change my booking for my luggage storage, which is annoying, but it's fine. Right now it's 11:15, so I still have a bit of time. I don't really have to leave to get back there until 2:30, and even then, all I'm doing is collecting my bag. I can still walk around with it. It's just really, really heavy. So that's going to be fun, and that means I have to add extra luggage for when I fly back to the UK. So more money to spend for me. Woohoo. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking around. Why is the camera so quiet? I'm going to keep looking around, seeing what I can find. A little bit of jewellery sellers over here, which is kind of nice. This is what it looks like inside. It's all written in Braille over here, what this might be. That's interesting that here in Spain, it's all, there's I haven't seen it everywhere, but it's tactile, so you can actually feel things. So this is all written in Braille. You probably can't see it very well on the camera, but oh, there it is. You know, you can kind of see it. Now I can't read Braille, obviously, because I'm not a blind person or sight impaired, visually impaired, that's the word, visually impaired. But here you can perhaps feel around. God knows how many people have touched this or how many animals have pooped on this, but you can actually feel what this is. So this is probably the entrance to a church. I don't know which one. I think it's this building here. Yeah, that's right. So there's the courtyard here, and then the exit and entrance here, and this is the church here. So it's basically this building over here. Interesting. Okay. I'm back at the same place that I was before. There's lots of really nice small streets here. So down there, and a couple of funny t-shirt shops and stuff. So I think definitely Tuesday I'm going to come back, and that's when I'll do my shopping. I do kind of want to eat something. I'm a little hungry. I do sort of want to go to where the old town is. I don't know where that is. I think I'm going to try going down this side street and see where it leads. Hopefully it leads somewhere decent. Maybe I'll check on my phone actually. There are quite a few tourists here, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Valencia, there is quite a bit written in English as well, so that's usually a sign that it's a tourist area. And I think I've only seen one tour guide so far. But then again, it's a Sunday, and also it is a smaller city, a little bit quieter than Madrid or Barcelona.
Yes, sir.
This is a really nice city actually. I see why people come here. It's much nicer, well yeah, obviously it's nicer in the city centre than by the station. I think that's the same anywhere you go, really. It's nicer the closer you go to the city centre than the station. I don't know who put this sign up here, but let's take a quick look at it. Besame en este rincón. Kiss me in this corner. Do you think if I stand under here with the sign, someone might read it and think that I'm asking for it? This might not be appropriate for YouTube. But since when am I appropriate? This area is really nice. I didn't think I'd find much to like walk around to see here once I got to Valencia, but it's actually really cool. I don't know what this square is called, but there appears to be some really old buildings there, like a cathedral of some sort. I think there's like a tower there, and there is, you can hear the bells, there's a church down there, and a mini boulevard with trees. There's quite a lot of squares in this town. Oh, the clock strikes 12. I think it's 12 now. It is. It's 12 o'clock. Oh goodness. There's one over there sounding. One over there sounding. One over there sounding. Oh, there we go again. And again. Well, what do I expect? It's Spain, it's a Catholic country, of course it's going to make those noises on a Sunday especially. It's the Sabbath for Spanish people. Well, not for Spanish people, but for Christian people. I'm kind of hungry, and I did see a little thing saying empanadas over there. Should I get one real quick, and then I can sit here and eat for a minute? I probably should. But it depends if it's halal or not, though. That's the thing. If there is anything that I can eat, because it might have meat in it. I'll see what there is. Oh, the empanadas argentinas. Interesting. Okay. And then there's this street as well with the nice roads. 7.95 Malbon. Let's see what they have, and if they have anything interesting, I will eat it. So I got two. The guy in there was really nice. I got the vegan one, and which I don't know what's actually in the vegan one, and I got the tuna one. So it's basically empanadas, which are sort of a Latin American delicacy. They're pastries filled with savory stuff, basically. I'm sure you can probably fill them with sweet stuff, but I don't know very much about that. So I'm going to sit in one of these little concrete blocks and eat, and it will probably last me about an hour, and then I'll be hungry again. I do have an apple though, which I bought yesterday at the supermarket. I wonder what my camera angles are going to be like during these videos when I edit them. Am I going to be wondering, what the hell did I do? The weather's been on and off, a little bit rainy, a little bit not today, so that's fine by me. I can handle. I'm British, I can handle way worse than this. So let's see, I don't know which one is which, but I'm going to just eat whichever one comes out first, and that's this one. That's what it looks like. It looks a bit like a croissant in a way, but it doesn't. Well, then let's see what it's on. It tastes like any other kind of tuna pastry that you can get anywhere else, really. So, but it tastes good. It's food, it's warm. The guy was nice. I ain't gonna complain. So, and this is where it is. I don't know if you can see it. Malbon in Valencia. I guess check it out. And no, I was not paid to say this. I literally just found it a few minutes ago. So, salud.
Valencia, arriba. Queremos hacerlo ya en el campo de Levante, arriba. A ver qué hace mañana. Venga, arriba, Levante, no vaya. Nos hace falta que se incorpore una persona, que lo vi hace poco por el Real Oviedo. Lo vi, estuve a menos que tarde que taco. Estuve casi con Carlitos. ¡Álvare! ¡Arriba ese Carlitos! ¡Vamos allá! Pronto se escuchará, pronto jugará la bolera. ¡Álvare! Venga, tenemos 25. 40 los, arriba, vamos a subir, arriba. Tranquilo, venga, no me corre, mira, hay que ver, mira. Va solo, mira. Ay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21. ¡Ay, ya se va! ¡Ay, sabía que iba a caer!
Ay, Dios mío.
La culada, pero estoy bien. He recibido ya muchas gracias por ayudarme. Muchas gracias.
No hay
He recibido
problema.
ya muchas culadas, pero sabía que me iba a caer porque estaba muy malaido y los tacos igual.
I don't know exactly what he's saying. He's speaking very, very slurred, but poor guy, he slipped. I was worried about slipping. It is very slippy over here. So then he slipped as well as he was doing it. Poor guy. And it's on camera. Oops. But he's alright. He's okay. You know what, usually in big cities you hear people shouting and screaming and they're always just causing attention, but this guy's actually entertaining. He's doing keepy-uppies as they call it in English. I don't know what they call it in Spanish, but let's see what he's managing to do.
Trabaja, cabeza, trabaja, vamos allá.
He's saying work, brain work.
60, arriba.
I think he said earlier that his record is 60 and he wanted to try doing 62 today. I think that's what he said. I could be here recording all day at this rate, to be fair. I need to zoom out, but yeah, that's fun to see, isn't it? You know what, let's record one more. Let's record one more just for the fun of it. Is this the Virgin? I don't know who this is. Naked lady. Oops.
Jesús. Vente, Nico, conéctalo. Arriba. Arriba. Ay, vamos. Mentalidad arriba, la mentalidad siempre positiva. Arriba, vamos allá. 1, 2, 3. Ay. 1, ahí va. 1, 2, 3.
He's starting.
2, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I think maybe the pressure's getting to him because we're all recording him as well, so that's fun. Nice to see on my first day in Valencia. I found water! Yay! I guess this is what people in the desert feel like when they find it finally. Go on, keep filling up all the way to the top. Agua del grifo is how you say tap water. Grifo means tap and agua obviously means water. Bebe over here just means to drink. It's the command form of to drink. And it says it in Valencia, which is the language here, and then it also says it obviously in English. So I found it. I was looking on Google, so I thought it would take me to some really random place to find it. So I've still got that guy in my head, the one who was doing the football over there and slipped and fell. Poor guy. I actually caught it on camera as well, which is kind of funny but also kind of not at the same time. It is very slippery, honestly. Like, look, it is so slippery, and somehow I don't know how I haven't slipped. Now we are in Plaza de la Virgen, so the Virgin Square, I guess. Is that how you translate it? I don't know what that is. Is that the Notre Dame or something? Water rules. Anyway. I didn't think Valencia on a rainy Sunday would actually be that nice, but it actually is. Actually quite interesting. I got empanadas, I got water, there are people with selfie sticks, there's old buildings, there's a guy entertaining us in the middle of a market square, there's all sorts here. I had a bit of an interesting thought that just occurred to me. Well, first of all, look at the fountain. In Christian Europe, I think there was a general dislike of Islam and Islam's attitude towards sex and sexuality. Some within the Catholic Church, and I don't know in what century exactly, I'd have to look it up, but in some century in the past, the Catholic Church sort of denounced Islam for its quote-unquote permissiveness and open-mindedness when it comes towards sexuality. I know you might not think that because Islam is quite conservative and traditional. However, there have been in Islamic history very open, frank discussions about sexual practices, even from the Prophet himself, in terms of you should do this with your wife, you should do that with your wife. Okay, if you're really young, maybe don't watch this bit, but if you're with your wife, don't pounce on her like an animal. Say nice things to her, tell her she's pretty, you know, building up towards sexual activity, that kind of thing, and do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. So I guess as Catholic Europe found that we're a little bit too prudish, and we're like, oh, what is this? This seems really pornographic and kind of gross. I know, and also Islam actually does have a history of erotic poetry. Not written during the time of the Prophet. Let me just be clear. Maybe in the years, the decades, and centuries after him. And then that thought came to my mind because I'm looking at this fountain over here, and it's literally got naked women all around it, these maidens. So there's this almost barely dressed man in the middle. I don't know if that's Zeus or who the hell that is. It looks like he's holding a cone of fruits. There are birds on top of him now, and he's got basically a cloth around his regions, let's say. And then there's like, 8 to 12 naked women around him holding various things. This is not a criticism against Catholics or Christians at all. I have great respect for Christians and Jews and people of the book. But I'm just saying, at the time, the culture of Catholic Europe thought that Islam was too permissive in terms of sex, and yet you have naked people right there, sculpted. You have them on the walls. You have them in Madrid, and I didn't even notice them until someone pointed them out in a photo. Look, so it's basically like live pornography. Well, I know you can debate whether pornography and nudity are the same thing, blah, blah, blah. One is art, one is very, very sexual. I don't know, it's something that just came to me as I was recording myself in the square. I don't know why. Very strange. Anyway. I don't know what this tower is. It looks like the former remains of some kind of castle or something. And it sounds like fireworks going off even though it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Or maybe it's cannon fire, I don't know. Anyway, I've been walking around quite a lot. I actually stepped inside of a church and there was a service going on, but it was taking so long I ended up leaving. I shouldn't say that, that's actually kind of disrespectful. Well, basically I thought it was going to start, I just wanted to see how they did it, but so I've never really been inside of a church when they're doing a service, so... So basically it's sort of like a fortress for protecting during the Spanish Civil War in response to the violence caused by Franco's coup d'etat. So when Franco basically ruled Spain as a dictator. The only good fascism is dead. Is dead fascism, basically. That's what this little sticker means. You know what, I'm taking a photo of this because that's pretty cool, I like that. There's QR codes here and here, so then my phone started scanning the QR code when I'm trying to take a photo. First world problems, eh? Let's walk through here and see. There is. So there's lights there, so I bet you during the night it's illuminated. Oh, it looks even solar from behind. So I'm guessing it's simply this structure here. I don't think there was like any other kind of walls. I don't know, I could be wrong, maybe I'll look it up, but I think that's the flag of Catalonia at the top that it's waving. I need to look that up, what the official flag is. So basically the majority of Spain speaks Castellano, which is the standard Spanish, but then there are regions in Spain that speak another language. So you have Catalonia, which includes the Barcelona. So they speak Catalan or Catalan basically, which is not totally easy to comprehend if you know Spanish. It is a different language, and essentially it's a different, I think they would consider it a different language. Then if you go to the Basque country, or El País Vasco, they have another language called Basque. Now that is completely different to any other language. It has literally almost no connection to the Spanish language at all. So if you speak Castilian and you speak with someone who only speaks Basque, you will not understand a word that they are saying, and they won't understand you. And then there is Galician, which is kind of northwestern Spain. I think it's above Portugal, the Gallego, I think, one of those. Galician. But the majority of Spain, I think, speaks Castellano, Castilian Spanish. The thing is, though, you wouldn't learn Catalan in a school in England. If you went to school and they teach you Spanish, or if you learn Spanish in university, it would be Castellano that you would learn. You wouldn't learn any of the other dialects unless you chose to. Now, I do have a friend who during her first 2 years, I don't know whether during all of them, she did actually learn Catalan. Whether she actually spoke it fluently or managed to learn much, I don't know. Apparently they also taught Basque, and I think only one person took it. Can you imagine that? Just you and that one teacher learning to speak Basque. That's kind of interesting. They're very proud of those regions and of those languages. When I was learning Spanish back in my days of university, I heard that the local governments were insisting that when they're all together and they're discussing issues in the Spanish Parliament, that they all want to do it in their own language. Therefore, we need to pay for interpreters. Yes, you heard me correctly. And my teacher told me, and she's from the Basque country, her name was Anna, and she said, sin excepción, in her words, sin excepción, without exception, all Spanish people speak Castilian. So there's absolutely no necessity to have these interpreters within the Spanish Parliament just because a Galician person doesn't want to speak Castilian to someone from Catalonia. I mean, that sounds like something that would happen in the UK. Some kind of crazy crap like that. Like, imagine, it's like in the UK, yes, you have Welsh, and you have Gaeilge, or Gaelic, in Ireland, and then you also have that in Scotland, you have Scottish Gaelic. They are languages that are recognised, and yes, they are official languages in those regions, but it's like, imagine someone from the Welsh Parliament coming to London and Westminster from Plaid Cymru, and imagine them saying, okay, you know what, we don't want to speak English in the Houses of Parliament, we're only going to speak Welsh, and we need an interpreter. Even though pretty much all Welsh people will speak English. In fact, there are plenty of Welsh people who don't speak Welsh, because you go there, you can use English. Welsh it's there, it's a bilingual territory, but it's not like the only language that's used. There is Welsh language television as well in the UK, and there's Scottish language television as well. You're not going to find that, oh no, I can't speak English, I have to speak Welsh, for example. I don't know whether it's still the case now, because this was a few years ago that my teacher taught us about this. I don't know whether they changed it, but who knows. Now, I don't know exactly where I am. I've crossed this bridge. We'll see if there's anything else, otherwise I think I'm going to turn around and go back the way I came and stay in the city centre. Maybe I'm outside of the city centre. I think the beaches are in that direction over there, but I'm not going to go to those beaches anyway, so that's fine. Let's see. Want to know how crazy I am? So I walked all the way back to the train station Joaquim Soraya to pick up my bag from the luggage storage place, and then I basically walked all the way from there back up to this area. I think it's called Calle de la Paz, to catch the bus, which is about to leave in about 6 minutes, and this will take me near to Blaya Saler, which is where the hotel is, and now I'm really sweaty. But at the very least it means I don't have to exercise for the next couple of days, because I just took the heaviest bag. There it is, right there. Why do I do that? I probably could have taken the bus from the station to the centre of town and then taken this bus, but I like to make things difficult for myself for some stupid reason. Anyway, it's going to be about a 30-minute bus ride, so at least I can rest for a little while, and then I will check into the hotel. The time is currently 3:20 p.m. I'm gonna chill. I will go wander and find the beach, maybe find something to eat as well, because I'm getting hungry again. I have an apple with me, so hopefully that should be enough. Catch you in a bit. Tell me how proud you are of me. I made it. I made it to the hotel, and I didn't get lost on the bus. Aren't I a big boy? I can take the bus on my own. Look at me, mommy. Anyway, yep, so I've arrived in the hotel, and where did I put the key? Okay, that's the first fail. Here it is, it's all here. So I am staying at the U&Co Hotel in near Playa Saler, basically. So it is south of Valencia, so I took the bus. You can literally see the bus stop. That's the one that I got off at, and to get back to Valencia, it's that one there. So I don't have an amazing view. It's literally the street in front. I think to go to the beach, you probably go down that way, but I will discover that later on. This is the room I have. It smells quite nice, and oh my god, I didn't even notice, bruh. I got a balcony. I didn't even notice. And I can't get out. Can't open it. No, it won't open for me. How can I have a balcony but I can't even access it? Oh, damn it. Okay, I'll figure that out somehow. That sucks. What the hell? I'll figure that out later. Anyway, so I have not seen this in a long time. An old-fashioned key to get in and out of a room. Like a key which you have to actually put in, because it's all usually electronic. But funnily enough, they did actually even give me an electronic thing. So see, this turns off the electricity and the calefacción, as he said, in the reception. So I put that in and voila, let there be light. I have 2 beds. I have a double bed and I have a single bed. So a bed for me and a bed for all my stuff. Yay. I have breakfast. I think breakfast is in the restaurant next door. But the thing is, he was speaking in Spanish, which is fine because I was able to understand him. But he was speaking, at one point he was speaking so fast, I had to actually tell him, sorry, una vez más despacio, por favor. Because he was basically telling me that if I decide to go to the beach or if I decide to go out somewhere, I can actually leave my room key at reception. That is so old school. Like, I remember doing that in the 90s. Yes, I am that old. Or when I was a kid and I was traveling with my parents or my family and we'd stop at a hotel and we would leave our key behind the reception when we went out, and then when we came back, they would give us that key again. And it's on a key ring. I like this. That's so old school. I really appreciate, like, you know, old-fashioned things. Anyway, let's check out. So they've given me some water bottles. They've given me a kettle and some cups. I stole some tea bags from the other hotels that we stayed in Madrid and the other cities. So I'm definitely going to make a cup of tea later on. And I'm also going to eat my apple because I'm hungry. I am sweaty, so I'm going to get out of these clothes. There is a nice shower area and bathroom. It doesn't look like they've really provided much in way of toilet. Or have they? No, there's a hairdryer and there's toilet paper. Yeah. Oh wait, okay, so there's shampoo and shower. Oh, it's one of those like rain shower type things. We've had so many of those. But yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna chill for a little bit. I want to go out onto the balcony, but I can't figure out how that door works. And we'll take it from there. I'm gonna chill for a little bit. I've got a TV, so maybe I'll watch a bit of Spanish TV and see what's what. They've even given me a fridge. There's Wi-Fi and stuff, so I will see what's what, and then we'll take it from there. And I'm gonna see what about dinner and things. See if there's anywhere interesting to eat nearby. This is a seaside area, seaside resort. There are still quite a few people outside, surprisingly. I really hope that I can get outside. If I can get outside on the balcony, then I'll show you that as well.
A few moments later.
Hi, me again. This is exactly why I should not be allowed out in public on my own. The door was a push door, not a pull door. I was pulling the door to try and open it, not push it. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, now let's take you outside onto the balcony, shall we? So, that's the bus stop that I got off at. So it's bus 24 or 25. It looks like the same bus going in the opposite direction as over there. It is raining. There is a little bit of forest over there. And then there's a supermarket, but it's shut because it's Sunday. And I wonder what else there is here in this area. This is a very, 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 very small area, but it looks really, really cool. So at least I've managed to make it out. Let's see, hold on. How much further? Oh, okay. Oh, man. So there's the ground floor. I'm just up at here on this first floor. Look, it goes up further. And there's, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Well, to be fair, even if they had put me on like the top floor, it doesn't mean that I necessarily would have had a better view. I think I still would have been able to see the tops of the trees rather than the trees in the street. So, see, there's balconies on those hotels there. Anyway, point is, I'm going to stop talking. I need the bathroom because I haven't been since this morning. You didn't need to know that. Anyway, see you in a bit. Excuse this terrible camera angle because I didn't bring my usual camera. I'm recording this on my phone. First of all, alhamdulillah, that's the first thing. Second of all, I am at the beach. This is my first time at a beach since 2017. The last time I went to a beach was in Cuba, and that was at a resort. This is my first time on a Spanish beach. And initially I thought, oh, okay, fine, it's all right if I didn't manage to bring my camera to record this. Sometimes you need to do things for yourself rather than recording everything for the world to watch, hear, listen, see, etc. But I couldn't. I had to document this because I'm by the freaking sea, for crying out loud. And I love it. I can smell... It's that sea smell. Whether that's fish, whether that's ocean, I don't know what the hell it is, but you can smell it. Oh, and it's so fresh smelling. And So I'm on Playa Saler, I believe, which is about 6 kilometers south of Valencia. Aquí en la Playa de Saler, mira. And mira que es tan largo esa playa. Watch. La cámara no puede hacer la justicia a lo que está adelante de mí. Ahora mismo. Ahora son las casi 8 de la tarde. Y I was sleeping a little while because I was tired, obviously. But look, I have never been on a beach so, as they say in my language, lambajora, which basically means long and wide in my language. Lambajora. Like the beach I went to in Cuba, it was nice. It had white sands. It had clear blue sea. It was tropical, okay? That shit was tropical. And it was lovely. It was so nice. But it was a small beach. And it was in like a corner, tucked away in some resort. About an hour, maybe even 2 hours drive away from the local nearest city of Holguín, which is on the eastern part of Cuba. I've never been to a beach this wide or big before. Like, look at it. And the thing is, this coastline, it just carries on going all the way down there. So, unfortunately, the heavens have opened and rained. Actually, you know what? Alhamdulillah that the heavens have opened and rained, because we need rain to survive. Obs. But look, I'm not going to walk too far because I'm back here tomorrow. I am seriously really hoping that God answers my prayers and that tomorrow the clouds move along and put the rain somewhere else. And I hope everything dries, although the sand doesn't feel very wet. It's a little cold. It's a little bit cold, but that's okay. I was initially going to walk in my shoes, but I'm carrying them right now. But then I was like, how stupid would that be? Me walking in shoes and socks on the sand, getting sand in my Converse. That's the kind of thing I would do, but obviously I'm not today. And I didn't bring an umbrella because I didn't anticipate it, although it's not raining that heavily right now here on the beach. And look at it. So you can't really see it probably on the camera, but in the distance there are cranes, because that's a port over there. That must be Valencia's port, where goods and services, well, goods, cargo, let's say, is imported, which makes sense. There are hotels and some high-rises over there, so there must be some resorts, but look at how, like, empty this beach is. Obviously it's cold and it's in the evening, but tomorrow I'm going to keep going all the way down there. I'm going to keep going further, because look how big this beach is. Like, I really cannot wait to have breakfast, get my swim gear on and leave and go to the beach and really enjoy a beach day. And I really hope it's nice and hot. It was so hot that one day in Granada where it was more than 30 degrees at like 3-4 p.m. and I was sat on those stairs and it was so hot that I absolutely loved it, and I was sat in the direct sunlight. I was like, I'm truly blessed to be able to have that. Really am. And I'm not playing or acting for the camera. I'm being absolutely real. You know what? Let's go to the water.
A continuación, coming up next.
One day I'm rich, I hope I can go to the beach. Because obviously the beach is I'm French blasted. Oh, I'm good, hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. So back in my mind, the hot water bottle looks amazing.